Doing it on a Hump Day Wednesday. Rise and Rebuild Vermont Flood Relief Radiothon. Our entire money for flood relief. And Mary, you're down in Berlin this morning.
Yeah, at the Dunkin' on the Barry Montpelier Road in Berlin. And Mike, you're right. This is about raising funds, but also about keeping that awareness alive because, you know, once we get back into our regularly scheduled programming, you get back into your everyday life. Sometimes if you don't live in the area that was flooded, you forget.
Yep.
And so we don't want to forget. It's too soon to forget. So Alicia just stopped by. She works at Washington County Mental Health. She made a cash donation. Thank you. And like I said earlier, people are so resilient here. They're smart. She says, I'm lucky. I only had 2 inches of water in my basement. I'm thinking, which is lucky. You know, you think, I don't want any water in my basement. But if you only got 2 inches compared to other people, You're lucky.
Exactly.
So I have Pastor Ray here. Pastor Ray is from the Heading Church in Barry, Washington Street in Barry. And I think your husband was at the our event, the Do Good Fest, and kind of came up and told us about the pallets and pallets of flood buckets that you have. So I'm going to ask you, tell us a little bit first about like what you've seen as far as how this has affected your community.
Yeah, we're seeing it all over Barry. You all saw the pictures in Montpelier. But we've got folks, I've got a parishioner who was in a trailer park on the Barry Montpelier Road and has lost everything. She's 96.
Oh.
Try to imagine losing everything when you're 96. So she's living at another parishioner's house right now. We're trying to help her get through the insurance stuff. We're trying to help her get through all the things. We've seen families come through who've lost everything. We've seen everybody who's come through of all, various losses of things. And we're just trying to help out.
You said that you are the hub for the state of Vermont for all these emergency items. What are some of the things you have, and how much do you have?
We're the hub for the United Methodist stuff in Vermont. So the United Methodist Committee on Relief brought by a full tractor trailer of flood buckets, and we've been trying to spread them out, just not just in our community, but we've been shipping them out to around the state. Honestly, anybody who comes to us, you got a truck from your community, we will fill it up with flood buckets. We'll give you some water. We'll give you some family emergency kits. We're just trying to get stuff out and around.
What are in the flood buckets?
Cleaning supplies, masks, detergents, all these different kind of things that you can clean up your house, your area with.
Where do we go for the flood buckets again?
Yep. So Heading Church, it's on Washington Street in Barry. And when you go to the church, you have to go around the corner onto Church Street, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So the front of the church, you'll see it. It's on Washington Street. But the side of the church on Church Street is where you'll come and find us. And it's been busy all day. We're trying to be open this week for whoever knows how long, from 9 in the morning till 6 at night. So we're trying to help out. We'll bring individuals in, help them get things. We have water, food. We've got flood buckets. We've got family emergency kits.
You said you had 26 pallets of the family emergency kits.
Yeah, family emergency kits and water came in on Sunday. The flood buckets have been, we got half of them on the beginning of the weekend and half of them yesterday. You should have seen the number of volunteers we had out. We're doing a bucket brigade with flood buckets.
Wow.
Yeah, no kidding. And and you'll send them, like, you'll send them places. Do they call you asking for them? What if somebody needs a flood bucket and they're in Hardwick?
So we can't deliver ourselves, but we are coordinating. We've got people from our denomination who will come by with a truck or a trailer. We'll fill it up. They're going to places. But if we've had a couple from Hardwick come twice now, and they're like, there's nothing in our area. And they came down, we filled them up with flood buckets, and they took them home. And they came again last night.
That's good to know.
Filled them up and they took them home. We would love for people from wherever. Bring your trucks, bring your SUVs, your minivans. We will fill them up with flood buckets, take them back to your community, and hand them out.
Oh, that's great.
And the other need is dehumidifiers and fans, right?
Yeah, as soon as we get dehumidifiers and fans, they're gone. I am expecting a load coming from Burlington. There are some great people up in Burlington who've been doing Stuff-A-Truck stuff. They've brought 2 shipments already. I'm expecting a third today, just, I think, of fans and dehumidifiers.
Fabulous.
It's just a huge, huge need.
So Heading Church in Barry on Washington Street, and the BOR, the Barry Auditorium, a couple places right now that we know of that can drop these donations off. Thank you so much, Pastor Ray. Anything you want to say to your community?
Friends, hang in there. We're going to do this. We're Vermont strong, and nobody has to do this alone. We're in it together.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mary. It's star929.com.